He thought he was doing everything right. Clean eating, hitting the gym, staying active. His doctor had told him protein was essential for maintaining strength. So he doubled down. Chicken, beef, whey shakes, everything labeled high protein became part of his daily routine. But within 6 months, his creatinine levels skyrocketed, his GFR dropped, and his legs began to swell. He went from being fit to stage 4 kidney disease without even knowing what hit him. Now contrast that with another man. Same age, same diagnosis. But instead of following mainstream protein trends, he made a shift. He started using kidney-safe proteins in the right amounts at the right time. Within weeks, his energy returned. His labs stabilized. His nephrologist was stunned. "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." The truth is, not all proteins are created equal, especially if you have kidney issues. Some proteins silently damage your kidneys from the inside out. Others help nourish, protect, and support the kidney's healing process. But most people don't know the difference until it's too late. Today, we'll reveal 6 proteins silently destroying your kidneys and 4 that might actually save them. These aren't guesses. They're backed by real science and real patient stories. And protein number 2 on the safe list, most doctors never mention it, but it could change everything. Protein is one of the most misunderstood nutrients for kidney patients. On one hand, it's absolutely essential. Your body needs protein to build muscle, repair tissue, and maintain a strong immune system. On the other hand, for anyone with chronic kidney disease, the wrong kind, or too much of it, can be devastating. Here's why. When you eat protein, your body breaks it down into useful components like amino acids, but it also produces waste, urea, creatinine, and excess phosphorus, which your kidneys are responsible for filtering out. In healthy people, that's no problem. But in CKD patients, the kidneys are already struggling to keep up. So what happens when you eat high amounts of protein with impaired kidney function? Those waste products build up in your blood. You start feeling tired, bloated, foggy, even itchy. Over time, uremic toxins begin to poison your system, and your creatinine numbers climb. What started as an effort to be healthy becomes a fast track to dialysis. And it's not just about quantity. The type of protein you consume matters just as much. Some are packed with inflammatory compounds, saturated fats, and phosphorus additives that quietly damage your kidneys meal after meal. Others are cleaner, lower in waste, and easier on your filtration system. This is where the idea of protein budgeting comes in, not cutting it out completely, but choosing wisely. It's not about starving your body, it's about feeding it without overloading your kidneys. You need the right proteins, in the right forms, at the right times. In this video, we're going to break that all down. We'll expose the proteins that are secretly sabotaging your kidneys, and show you the ones that can keep you strong without sending you closer to dialysis. Because with kidney disease, it's not how much protein you eat, it's how smart you are about it. Let's get real. Some proteins are doing more harm than good. You might think you're making healthy choices, but if you have kidney disease, these 6 proteins could be accelerating your decline toward dialysis. Let's expose them one by one, and why they're more dangerous than most people realize. 1. Red meat, especially processed. We've all heard protein builds strength, and for many, that starts with red meat. Steak, beef, lamb, and the worst offenders, processed meats like sausages, salami, and hot dogs. But here's the problem. Red meat is loaded with saturated fats, phosphorus, and uric acid-producing compounds, For kidney patients, this is a toxic trio. High intake has been directly linked to faster GFR decline and elevated creatinine. Processed meats are even worse, often packed with preservatives and sodium nitrates that spike blood pressure and burden already weak kidneys. You might think that grilled steak is cleaner than fast food, but to your kidneys, it's all stress. 2. Whey protein powder. This one shocks people. It's marketed as clean, pure, and essential for fitness. But for kidney patients, whey protein powder is a trap. It delivers an unfiltered hit of protein straight into your system, and your kidneys have to scramble to filter the waste. Even worse, most commercial powders are full of hidden phosphorus, chemical additives, and artificial sweeteners, none of which belong in a CKD patient's diet. One man trying to get fit started taking 2 scoops a day. His blood work within a month? Urea doubled. His kidneys couldn't keep up. 3. Canned tuna and shellfish. Tuna seems healthy, lean, high in protein, right? But here's what you're not told. Most canned tuna is extremely high in sodium, sometimes at 300 to 400 milligrams per serving. Add that to the mercury and phosphorus content, and it's no longer kidney-friendly. Shellfish like shrimp and crab? They may be low in fat, but they come with purines, which raise uric acid, triggering gout and kidney inflammation. Seafood can be part of a CKD diet, but not like this. Most patients end up hurting themselves by thinking lean equals safe. 4. Cheese and full-fat dairy. Creamy, salty, satisfying, cheese seems innocent, but it's packed with sodium, phosphorus, and saturated fat. These components silently worsen hypertension, inflammation, and vascular calcification, all deadly for people with CKD. Even one slice of cheddar can deliver more phosphorus than your kidneys can handle in a day. Milk? Same deal, especially full fat. And most people don't realize that phosphorus in dairy is highly absorbable, making it far more dangerous than phosphorus from plants. 5. Lentils and black beans. Surprise entry. Yes, these are plant-based. Yes, they're loaded with fiber and nutrients. But for kidney patients, they're not always safe. Lentils, black beans, lima beans, many legumes are naturally high in potassium and phosphorus, 2 minerals that quickly build up when your kidneys aren't functioning properly. This doesn't mean legumes are evil, but for anyone with stage 3-5 CKD, portion control is critical. A full cup of lentils can push your phosphorus way past safe limits. Most people think plant-based equals kidney safe. It doesn't, unless you know the details. 6. Chicken skin and organ meats. You might have heard chicken is better than beef, and that's true without the skin. Chicken skin is packed with saturated fat and cholesterol, contributing to systemic inflammation that worsens kidney damage. And organ meats? Liver, kidney, brain. These are loaded with purines, cholesterol, and toxic waste byproducts. Your kidneys are already working overtime. Dumping in high-fat, high-toxin meats only pushes them closer to failure. Here's the bottom line. Most people think these are healthy proteins. That's the problem. Protein isn't good or bad. It's how your kidneys handle it that matters. Each of these 6 proteins creates a waste load that's too heavy for impaired kidneys to manage. You won't feel it right away, but the damage stacks up over time until your labs crash and your doctor says the word you've been dreading: dialysis. But here's the good news. You're not powerless. In the next section, we'll show you 4 proteins your kidneys actually love. Ones that nourish, repair, and support your system without dragging it down. Let's shift the plate and shift the outcome. Now that we've exposed the proteins quietly harming your kidneys, let's talk about what you can eat. Because protein isn't the enemy, the wrong protein is. Your body still needs it to maintain muscle, repair cells, and support immune function. The key is choosing kidney-smart proteins that provide what you need without overloading your system. Here are 4 proteins your kidneys will actually thank you for, and exactly how to use them wisely. 1. Egg whites. Clean, low-waste, high-quality protein. If there's one protein source that hits the sweet spot for kidney patients, it's egg whites. They're virtually free of phosphorus, low in potassium, and packed with bioavailable protein your body can easily absorb without creating excess urea. A lot of people fear eggs because of the cholesterol in the yolk. But here's the solution. Ditch the yolk. Keep the whites. You still get the muscle-building benefits without the added fat, phosphorus, or burden on your kidneys. How to use it. Make an omelette with herbs and low-potassium veggies. Add pasteurized egg whites to smoothies. Mix into oatmeal or savory pancakes for added protein. Egg whites are one of the few complete proteins that CKD patients can eat daily without driving their creatinine or phosphorus levels up. 2. Tofu. Plant-based, gentle on kidneys, packed with nutrients. Tofu gets a bad reputation, especially with men, thanks to the old myth that it messes with hormones. But that's been debunked. In reality, tofu is a low-phosphorus, low-potassium protein that delivers a solid amino acid profile, especially for those trying to reduce animal protein. Even better, tofu is naturally anti-inflammatory and contains isoflavones that may help reduce oxidative stress in the kidneys. How to use it. Lightly pan-sear with olive oil, turmeric, and garlic. Add to soups or stews as a meat replacement. Crumble into stir-fries with kidney-friendly vegetables. Tofu absorbs flavor like a sponge, making it easy to enjoy, even if you're new to plant-based eating. 3. Whitefish, cod, tilapia. Lean, low in waste. Byproducts. When it comes to animal proteins, whitefish like cod or tilapia is one of the best options for CKD patients. These fish are low in saturated fat, low in purines, and contain minimal phosphorus compared to red meat or shellfish. They also provide omega-3 fatty acids, which help lower inflammation and may reduce blood pressure, 2 factors that protect your kidneys over time. How to use it. Steam or bake with lemon and rosemary. Use in fish tacos with a cabbage slaw, no salt. Pair with low-potassium vegetables for a light, kidney-safe meal. And don't worry about protein overload. Whitefish is easier to digest and doesn't leave behind as much metabolic waste. 4. Greek yogurt, low-fat, plain. Protein plus probiotic punch. Now, dairy is a tricky area for kidney patients, but low-fat, plain Greek yogurt can be a smart choice in moderation. It's high in protein, yes, but it's also lower in phosphorus than most cheeses and offers probiotics that support gut health, a key part of managing creatinine and uremic toxins. The key is portion control. Stick to 1/4 cup servings a few times per week, and always go for plain, unsweetened, and low-fat varieties to avoid sugar and fat overload. How to use it. As a topping for low-potassium fruits like blueberries or apples. Blend into a smoothie with cinnamon and flaxseed. Mix with herbs like dill and garlic powder for a savory dip. Greek yogurt not only provides protein, but also helps improve digestion, which can reduce the toxic load your kidneys have to deal with. Here's the takeaway. These 4 protein sources are nutrient-rich, low in kidney stress, and easy to incorporate into your daily routine. They won't cause creatinine spikes or toxic overload like red meat or processed powders. And they give you the strength your body needs to keep functioning without pushing your kidneys closer to failure. If you're living with CKD, you don't need to give up protein. You just need to choose it wisely. Because every meal is a decision, either to protect your kidneys or punish them. These 4 choices, they're your daily defense. Most people with kidney disease make one of 2 mistakes when it comes to protein. They either eat too much of it, or they try to cut it out entirely. Both are dangerous, but for different reasons. Let's start with the first. When you eat too much protein, especially from animal sources, your body breaks it down into urea, ammonia, and other nitrogen-based waste products. These waste materials are filtered out by your kidneys, but if your kidneys are already damaged, they can't keep up. The result? A rise in BUN, blood urea nitrogen, and creatinine, the very lab markers your doctor watches closely. On top of that, most high-protein foods are also rich in phosphorus. When phosphorus builds up in the blood, it leads to calcification of blood vessels, itching, bone loss, and accelerated kidney decline. Over time, that extra steak or harmless protein shake becomes the very thing pushing you toward dialysis. Now, let's look at the second mistake, avoiding protein completely. Your body still needs amino acids to maintain muscle, heal tissue, and stay strong. Without enough protein, you risk malnutrition, muscle wasting, and a weak immune system, which makes kidney disease even harder to manage. But there's one more layer most people miss: your gut. When you eat the wrong types of protein, or when protein sits too long in your digestive system due to constipation, it ferments. This creates uremic toxins like indoxyl sulfate and picrosol, which get absorbed back into the bloodstream and overload your kidneys even further. So yes, protein matters. But more importantly, the right kind, in the right amount, matters even more. Controlled protein intake, clean, low-waste, kidney-safe protein isn't just a dietary choice. It's a survival strategy for anyone living with CKD. Managing protein with CKD isn't about cutting it out completely. It's about protein budgeting. Just like you budget your money, you need to budget your protein intake. Carefully, strategically, and with purpose. The goal is to get enough to stay strong, without flooding your kidneys with more waste than they can handle. Here's how that works. Most CKD patients are advised to consume about 0.6 to 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day, depending on their stage and condition. But how you space that protein throughout the day is just as important as how much you eat. Dumping all your protein into one heavy meal? Bad idea. It overwhelms your kidneys in one go. Spreading it evenly across 3 light meals? Much better. It keeps your nitrogen load manageable and supports stable energy levels. Also, pair your protein with fiber. Adding vegetables, low-potassium fruits, or whole grains slows digestion, reduces gut fermentation, and lowers uremic toxin formation. This keeps waste levels more stable and supports both gut and kidney health. Here's a simple sample breakdown for a CKD patient on a safe, kidney-friendly plan. Breakfast, low risk. 1/2 cup egg whites, 13 g protein, 1 slice white toast, half of apple. Lunch, moderate risk, 3 oz baked cod, 20 g protein, steamed carrots and white rice, small salad with olive oil. Dinner, low risk, 1/2 cup tofu. Stir fry, 10 g protein. Zucchini noodles or low phosphorus veggies. 1/4 cup Greek yogurt, 7 g protein, optional. This structure gives you roughly 40 to 50 grams of protein, spaced safely, paired with fiber, and built from kidney-friendly sources. No overload, no protein crash. So don't fear protein. Plan it. A smart protein strategy gives you strength, stability, and the best chance at keeping dialysis off the table. Let's clear up some dangerous myths that are quietly damaging kidney health, because bad advice, even when well-intentioned, can push you closer to dialysis without you realizing it. Myth number 1. All plant protein is safe. Wrong. While plant-based proteins are often praised for being heart-healthy, not all of them are kidney-friendly. Foods like lentils, black beans, and soy-based meat substitutes may be high in phosphorus and potassium, minerals that damaged kidneys can't filter properly. Yes, they offer fiber and antioxidants, but for CKD patients, portion size and mineral content matter just as much as the source. Plant-based doesn't automatically mean safe. Myth number 2. More protein equals more strength. This advice might work for bodybuilders, but for kidney patients, it's a dangerous oversimplification. Excess protein leads to more nitrogen waste, more urea, and more stress on your kidney's already fragile filtration system. Instead of gaining strength, CKD patients who overconsume protein often see spikes in creatinine and phosphorus, which leads to fatigue, swelling, and faster disease progression. Controlled intake, not excess, is the real path to strength when your kidneys are compromised. Myth number 3. I'll just stop eating protein completely. Also wrong, and potentially harmful. Your body needs protein to maintain muscle, repair tissue, and fight infection. Without it, you risk muscle wasting, immune suppression, and general weakness. The key isn't to eliminate protein, it's to budget it carefully and choose low-waste, high-quality sources that your kidneys can handle. So don't fall for extremes. Kidney health requires precision, not panic. These myths are everywhere, but once you understand the facts, you can take control. And when you do, your kidneys get the chance they need to fight back. Let's bring it all together. Today, you learned the 6 proteins that quietly destroy your kidneys: red meat, whey protein powder, canned tuna and shellfish, cheese and full-fat dairy, lentils and black beans, and organ meats like liver and whole chicken skin. These may seem healthy on the surface, but for someone with CKD, they can be a ticking time bomb. But you also discovered 4 powerful kidney-safe proteins you can actually trust: egg whites, tofu, white fish like cod and tilapia, and plain low-fat Greek yogurt. These are clean, efficient, and easy on your kidneys, giving your body strength without drowning it in waste. The message is simple. Protein isn't the problem. Ignorance is. When you know what to eat, how to space it, and how to balance it with fiber, you give your kidneys the support they've been silently begging for. So ask yourself this: is what I'm eating helping or hurting me? Because in the end, every bite is either helping or hurting your kidneys. The power is on your plate. Now it's your turn. Which protein surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. And if this video gave you clarity, hope, or even just one piece of useful knowledge, like it, subscribe for more, and share it with someone who's walking blind toward dialysis. This knowledge isn't just information, it's protection. And for kidney patients, every day you delay the damage is a day closer to healing.